We explore the problem of learning a generalizable neural tracking controller for dexterous manipulation from human references. Given a dataset containing kinematic-only human object interaction trajectories, we wish to learn a generalizable neural tracking controller that can drive a dexterous robot hand to mimic diverse manipulation sequences and also generalize well to track novel yet challenging manipulations involving new objects and unseen trajectories with difficult manipulation such as subtle in-hand reorientations. This problem is challenged by intricate contact dynamics of dexterous manipulation and the need for adaptivity, generalizability, and robustness. Current reinforcement learning and trajectory optimization methods often fall short due to their dependence on task-specific rewards or precise system models. Inspired by the data scaling law in other spaces, we envision a large number of robot tracking demonstrations with kinematic references and robot action sequence pairs could facilitate the learning of a generalizable neural tracking controller. However, obtaining robot tracking demonstrations is challenging, since even tracking a single manipulation sequence is both costly and difficult. Therefore, we consider the possibility of letting per-trajectory tracking benefit from the tracking data prior and a homotopy optimization scheme. We then propose an iterative optimization strategy to train a strong tracking controller finally by growing tracking demonstrations and training the controller in a bootstrapping manner. We conduct extensive experiments to demonstrate the effectiveness of our method. In this difficult example involving lifting a hard-to-grasp small shovel, followed by intricate in-hand reorientation and complex object movements, our method has no difficulty in resolving these challenges. However, the baseline fails to establish a stable grasp and firm holding. This case involves controlling an extremely thin shovel with novel geometry. Our method would not be challenged as well. However, the baseline loses track at the very beginning. Our controller can also deal with this strange object with a large reorientation. This trajectory contains a novel object that is hard to hold firmly as well as subtle in-hand reorientation. Our model can still generalize well, managing to firmly hold the object and mimicking the trajectory. This trajectory involves back and forth complex object movements and the reorientation using fingers to change the object orientation. Our method can still successfully track this trajectory. We conduct real-world evaluations and comparisons. Our method enables a leap hand to adept track this difficult manipulation with complex object movements. However, the baseline fails to do this. With the learned tracking task structure prior model, we can automatically plan a valid optimization path for a difficult-to-track trajectory. By gradually solving each per-trajectory tracking problem in the path, we can effectively get satisfactory results in originally unsolvable problems. Our controller exhibits strong robustness to unreasonable and unreachable kinematic states. It would not be challenged by out-of-distribution manipulations involving objects from a brand new category. Thanks for watching.